Have you ever felt like you just reached the end of the road, that you had nothing left and you were just didn't know what to do? You didn't know how to move forward. You had exhausted every avenue. You have a problem that you feel like you can't solve it. Well, one of my favorite stories is from Second Kings chapter 4. And in this chapter, there is this woman and she's widowed and she owes money to her creditors and she has exhausted every avenue and she is really at the end of the road. Her creditors have threatened to take her sons and enslave them if she doesn't pay the debt. So she goes to Elisha and she says to him like, "Listen, my husband served you, he is dead. We have nothing. The creditors are at our back. They want to take my sons into slavery." And he asked her, "Okay, well, what can I do to help you?" And he asked her this question in verse 2. He says, "Tell me, what do you have in the house?" Now, mind you, probably in her mind, she has nothing, because if she had something, she wouldn't be having this issue. So she answers him and she says, "Nothing at all except a flask of olive oil." That oil turned out to be the key to solving all of her problems. What she had, she overlooked. She completely missed it. It's just a flask of olive oil. This olive oil can't get me out of trouble. That's all I have. I don't have anything. I don't have anything that can solve my situation. But Elijah tells her to go and borrow as many empty jars as she can. And you know what happens? What was already in her house flowed and flowed and flowed. She filled up every empty jar in the town, and then she was able to sell it. And she was not only able to pay back her creditors, but she was able to have money to sustain her. Every single time I read the story, or whenever I hear my pastor preach from this particular chapter, I am reminded to ask myself, what's in my hand? Because so often we miss something that we already have because we're looking outside for the solution. We're looking at, how someone else solved it. We're looking at the things that someone else may be doing, and we miss that we may have the answer to our problems in our hand. Now, it may not be a physical jar of olive oil, it could be knowledge that you already have that you can apply and use that to generate revenue or to start your business. It could be a talent that you have. It could be something that you created and you've forgotten about, and you can leverage that now when you need it. I recently heard a story, and it was from Tabitha Brown. And she shared at the start of the pandemic, I believe it was like around 2020 when everything was shut down, how she was starting to, get popular. And she remembered that she had t-shirts. They were already made. She already had the mechanism for selling them. And she made $150,000 in one day. Now, I don't want to fixate so much on the amount. The point is, she had something that was already in her hand that she could leverage as part of a solution. And so today, if you're feeling stuck or if you're feeling at the end of your rope and you're thinking, "I don't have what I need to move forward. How can I continue in my business? How can I launch my business? I don't have startup revenue. I don't have the right knowledge. I don't have what I need." I challenge you to get with God in some quiet time and pray and ask God to open your eyes to show you what you already possess that could be the solution to your problem. I truly hope that this blesses you. And I thank you so much for taking the journey with me today. I encourage you to continue to subscribe to the channel, to watch our videos, to let me know if there are questions that you have or problems that you want to solve, because together we are going to move our lives forward. God bless you.